And so it begins. A new season of Doctor Who has kicked off, and with it all the praise, hate, and overly in-depth analysis that comes with it. Ah, breathe it in, spring is in the air, people! Now, Series 10 of Doctor Who has some certain contexts that are going to make it very interesting to unpack. It's the last series with Peter Capaldi as the Doctor and the last series with Stephen Moffat as showrunner, which usually means it's time to wrap up loose plot threads and try and tie off this era of the show with the prettiest bow you can. Except, they kinda already did that. Series 9 and the 2015 Christmas special, The Husbands of River Song, pretty much concluded every storyline and character arc that Moffat's been setting up for the past 12 years. Moffat going for one more round after all of that makes me think of some Annie Wilkes type has him tied up in a bed somewhere. Many people have been calling this series a soft reboot, which is kinda true. This first episode is less focused on the plot and more on establishing the new status quo for viewers. The fact that it's called The Pilot is a cheeky meta-nod to that. Sure, there's an actual pilot of a flying thing in the story, but it's totally meant to evoke the idea that this is the first episode of something entirely new. But some people are saying that this is a new jumping on point for new viewers, which I'm not entirely sold on. With rumors that Pearl Mackie is only sticking around for the one series, we'll basically be following this soft reboot with another soft reboot in the next series. Barring anything weird that nobody's reported on, what we have with Series 10 is a self-contained one-off, and while I might end up recommending it as good television, I'm not sure I'll end up recommending it as a starting point for new viewers, knowing we're so close to hitting the reset button again. But what of the episode itself? We follow the story of Bill Potts, a canteen worker at a Bristol university who attends the lectures of the university's star-eccentric professor, the Doctor. Yes, the Doctor seems to have retired from traveling all over time and space and is now teaching basically whatever he wants. Quantum mechanics, poetry, you never know what you'll get with him. The Doctor notices Potts, and even though she's not a student, he agrees to tutor her in complex sciences. Meanwhile, Potts has started up a friendship, and maybe something more, with another student named Heather, who herself seems preoccupied with a mysterious puddle in a back alley. There's just something off about it. The reflection isn't quite right. A mysterious alien thingy? Well, of course the Doctor's got to get in on that. The episode's priority is, first and foremost, to establish the character of Bill. Everything is from her point of view. There's not a single scene that she's not in, which means we're reintroduced to Doctor Who concepts like the TARDIS and time travel all over again, soft reboot, etc. What's interesting here is that Bill is the first New Who companion who came into the Doctor's orbit through just general curiosity. There's usually some inciting incident that brings the Doctor and his companions crashing into each other's lives. There are Autons in Rose's shop. Jadoon steal the hospital where Martha Jones works. Donna accidentally gets teleported into the TARDIS. The TARDIS crashes into Amy's shed. Clara is stuck in a weird time anomaly. Bill just meets the Doctor casually and starts a friendship with him. The weird alien plot stuff doesn't kick in until their relationship is already well established. In turn, the actual thread of the episode isn't some big world-destroying thing. All that's at risk is Bill and the people close to her. It's yet to be seen if this is indicative of the tone that the entire series will take, or if it's just a unique approach to the companion introduction, but I did appreciate the intimate scale of it all. I like Bill. I like her curiosity, her tendency to wander off topic during conversations, her out-of-the-box observations, like how it doesn't make any sense for an alien to name their spaceship something in English. She's also genre-savvy without making any blatant pop culture references, which is tolerable. While other companions have been able to match the Doctor in things like heroism, intelligence, temperament, this is a companion who's able to match him in scatterbrainness. And I mean that in the best possible way. And of course, Bill is gay. And if you're worried, this first episode handles that pretty well. It comes up organically in conversations, and her attempts to start a relationship with Heather isn't shown as anything exceptionally unique. This is very much a being gay is normal and we're going to portray it as normal execution, and I'm pleased to see it. It's far more welcome than the winking, "Is Clara bisexual? What do you think, audience?" bullcrap from before. The episode maybe wanders into the trope of kill your gays, where gay relationships are broken up by one of them getting killed, but the nature of the alien presence is so vague that I'm not entirely entirely sure if anyone actually died in this story, and it's a plot thread that might get picked up again later in the series, so I'm willing to wait a bit before seeing that as a criticism. As is, right now, Bill is pretty good LGBT representation and may end up being the best LGBT character in the Moffat era. Only time will tell. Nardole from the Husbands of River Song and the Return of Dr. Mysterio is still around as a secondary companion, and I'm very confused as to what his role actually is. In Dr. Mysterio, he's there to help the Doctor get over some grief, but it's implied that at least 70 years have passed since that episode, and now Nardole just kinda hangs around being, I don't know, a manservant or something? He's soft-spoken and easily exasperated, and that's about it so far. I know a lot of people have been wanting a companion who wasn't a young contemporary human, but I doubt Nardole was exactly what they were looking for. He's a character who really needs to justify his existence soon, like next episode soon. Peter Capaldi's Doctor is feeling a touch more whimsical these days. We appear to have moved on from the "am I a good man" theming of his early episodes. The Doctor is often described as being like an eccentric college professor, and it's a lot of fun to see him actually be an eccentric college professor. He gives a lecture early on about trying to perceive time in unconventional means, a monologue fun enough that it'll probably end up as one of those past Doctor actors recites at convention speeches. And that's really all there is to say about the pilot. There is a chance that some of it may become recontextualized as the series continues, but for now it's mostly about establishing some sort of status quo for the rest of the series to play off of. That of Bill as the student and the Doctor as the tutor. Oh, also I guess there's like a mysterious vault or something? I don't know, it didn't really grab my attention. The monster of the week is not very conceptually interesting. It feels like Moffat decided to make a scary version of whatever he pulled up on a random word generator, and the word that came up was puddle. I'm not knocking that method, by the way, that's basically how I break writer's block. The antagonizing force isn't important, though. Bill is important, and I very much look forward to the shape Bill's story is going to take over these 12 episodes. We'll see you next week with the second episode, Smile.